Hello, welcome to Legal Learning. My name is Brittany Brooks and I'm here with Coast to Coast Legal Aid. Today we're going to be discussing military sexual trauma and some resources that are available for survivors. Here at Coast to Coast, we actually have a program called Serving Our Sisters, or SOS for short. The program is designed to provide holistic legal services to survivors of military sexual trauma. It's estimated that about 1 in 4 women who serve in the military will be sexually assaulted while they're serving. The most recent data actually says that a woman in the military is more likely to be raped by a fellow soldier than to be killed in the line of action. So we do have a lot of survivors out there. Unfortunately, a lot of these survivors end up leaving the military with less than honorable discharges because they don't get the support they need from their command. They develop PTSD. And a lot of those behaviors can sometimes result in acting out in ways that aren't conducive to a military environment. There's a misconception that if you have a less than honorable discharge, there's no way to get any services from the VA whatsoever. MST is an exception. Even if you have a less than honorable discharge, you can receive therapy and treatment for MST through the VA free of cost. You don't have to be service connected, and even if you wouldn't otherwise qualify for healthcare through the VA, you still could qualify under the MST exemption. Additionally, there are a lot of different things you can do to help your chances. Let's say someone did get a bad discharge due to behaviors that developed after experiencing a brutal assault. We can always apply for a discharge upgrade. We can get these records corrected. We can work on getting you the benefits that you need to be able to move on with your life and to be able to heal. People that are assaulted while they're in the military are significantly more likely to become homeless, and they're significantly more likely to become homeless with children with them. This is an epidemic that we really need to end, and we need to provide services to those people. Today, I mostly am talking about females. However, I do want to make it very clear this is not a female-specific problem. Men and women are both being assaulted on a daily basis in the military. It affects both genders. It's just, according to the data right now, more prevalent in the female population. If you or someone you know is a survivor of military sexual trauma, come to our clinic. We may be able to help you. We do have income restrictions, and you have to be a resident of Broward County, but that's just for our program. We might be able to help you find a program in a different county. There are resources nationwide. You don't have to go through this alone is the biggest thing I need people to know. I know with COVID, things have been a little more difficult. People might have gone to support groups and things like that in the past, but unfortunately with the COVID restrictions, they can't now. And that can make things a little bit harder, but you don't have to do that alone. There's still groups that are going on, whether it be through the telephone, online. There's actually a group on Facebook called Worth 1020, and it's a group specifically dedicated for survivors of military sexual trauma to talk and get support and just connect with each other so that they have someone there that has their back all of the time. We want to make sure that our survivors always feel comfortable and they have access to the resources they need. And this is unfortunately something that many don't have. If you know someone who has a less than honorable discharge, you can always send them to us. We can see about getting that discharge upgrade completed to see if it's possible to get them some more benefits, even beyond the MST exception that already exists at the VA. Additionally, there are local community programs that may be able to help too. We want to make sure that our survivors and that all of those who serve the military and risk their lives to protect us have someone helping to protect them when they get back home. And so that's why we have programs like Serving Our Sisters. Now, Serving Our Sisters in particular can do a wide variety of legal issues. We can help, of course, with those VA benefits. We can help with, name changes, some consumer rights issues. We're doing it in a holistic way so that our survivor doesn't have to go and tell her story to 10 or 20 different attorneys to get all of her needs met. We want it to be able to be completed in a trauma-informed area, in a safe space with people who understand and aren't judgmental and are going to help you through the process. Military sexual trauma is a huge issue right now. You've seen it most recently in the news with things like the Vanessa Guillen murder, but this is something that has been going on as long as the military has been in existence. It's got a long history. We want to make sure these services are there. We want to make sure that everyone knows they have access to these services. Like I said earlier, a lot of survivors, especially if they leave with a less than honorable discharge, they think they are barred from getting help from the VA. And that's not true. There are exceptions related to certain kinds of traumas that we can get to. If you want to come to our clinic or you know someone who may need assistance, please feel free to reach out to us. We can be reached at 954-982-6701. Thank you for watching, and tune in Thursdays at noon for more legal learning. And please like and follow us on Facebook and YouTube at Coast to Coast Legal Aid.